out from Lancashire just for the Saturday night to the bathroom and fireworks on the Saturday night before the lights goodbye. Oh yeah, there's a boat burning and there's a battle in the evening and the boat burning of fireworks. It's wonderful, yeah. It's really good. We were down in Wales a fortnight ago burning another boat.
What do you expect us to do?
Yeah.
We thought you would offer shelter and hospitality. We are kinsmen after all.
We do it. It's quite interesting fighting. I like fireworks.
So what we're trying to do, King Malcolm says, look, I can't make you totally welcome. I can't let you come in. I'm sorry, but what we can do is offer you some hospitality. I'm not going to let you come into the big house. I'm going to send out some food, some drink, make you as welcome as I can, but unfortunately you're going to have to pack your things and leave in the morning. So you can imagine after the long walk we've had, the long march we've had up to Stamford Bridge, and this is the time we had that they come up here to Scotland and settle the kinsmen. But Churchy's word is I'm going to make the Vikings welcome. So they're bringing plenty food, plenty ale for these warriors. Now King Malcolm's having a bit of trouble with his men, because they're not very happy that their lady folk have gone out to these Vikings, and also they think that they shouldn't be giving them any kind of hospitality whatsoever. So King Malcolm's settling down the Scots army and saying, no, this will be fine, we'll look after them for one night and then we're going to send them away. Unfortunately, it doesn't look as if the Viking army are being very polite with the ladies of the Scots household. In fact, I think it may have been quite a long march from Stamford Bridge, and they're very pleased to see these ladies of the household. Unfortunately, the ladies of the household aren't quite so pleased to see the Vikings. So carefully, the ladies of the household are rounding themselves up and preparing to return to the Scots side. And to be fair, the sons, the stepsons, and the unit commanders are giving the Vikings into trouble and saying that's no way to treat our hosts. You know, you shouldn't be doing that. So there's the Vikings are giving them into trouble as well.
Just leave her, Carter.
So the ladies are making their way back now.
Carter!
Stay here.
But I don't think one of the Vikings is being very nice to one of the Scots girls. She's pretty upset, and I don't think she's very happy about what's happened. Oh, I think the Viking men are trying some charms again, but it doesn't seem to be going very well. Oh, the Scots are definitely not happy now. You know something, liberty, men fighting over women, really? Oh, this is going to turn a bit nasty. Not only have they not given hospitality, they are now ending up in a fracas. The Scots are not happy at all. They said, look, Malcolm, I know you said that we had to make these Vikings welcome, but nobody manhandles our women and gets away with it. So the Vikings weren't ready. Obviously they were in relaxed mode, weren't ready to fight. They're managing to get themselves together fairly quickly. These are mercenary warriors that are paid to fight. They're always ready for battle. You notice the Scots have a secret weapon. They brought their archer with them. Oh, and so have the Vikings got one archer here as well. You can tell that the Vikings don't think this is a serious threat at all. If you notice, there's a whole unit of Vikings standing behind the main line that aren't even interested in what's going on. They think there's no threat here at all. They know that their colleagues, shall we say, are more than capable of sorting out the handful of Scots that have come out to protect the honour of the Scottish ladies. as a reserve troop. And if you'll notice, you have there's going to be a supplement to the Scots Army. We have almost doubled in numbers. The rest of the Vikings are interested now. There's a lot of heckling going across the battlefield now. The Vikings are decrying the Scottish hospitality. The Vikings are saying it wasn't them that were chatting up the Scots ladies, it was the Scots ladies that were chatting up the Vikings. This is not going to bode well. Now what's happened is one of the Scots knights, it was his sister that was manhandled by the Vikings, and he has demanded that he wants retribution. And what he's demanded is what the Vikings call an Viking. Now this is a single combat, it has no rules, but they have decided to make one rule this time, that it's to first blood. So they must stop fighting when one or other has wounded each other. So this is the Scots versus a Viking mercenary, one of the ones that has gone all the way to the east and has been paid to fight for the Emperor. So we have Wilfric, the Viking, and we have Paul McGeehan, the Scot. This is often the way to sort out disputes. Instead of whole armies being involved in that amount of bloodshed, it just means that one man gets wasted. Oh, that was a typical Scots move there, I think, there with the headbutt. Paul McGeehan's down. I think there must be first blood now. They should stop fighting. And these armies shouldn't be fighting each other. It should all have been over after that in Vikng. That is the rule. But I think the Scots were determined that they did not get satisfaction and they weren't willing to take that result. The orders and giving the command of what the Vikings have to do. Now if you're a man with the adrenaline that's going through these warriors at the moment, fairly often you'll find that they will disobey the unit commanders, and that does not go down well at all. It's very difficult to tell in that field who's friend and who's foe, and what they do is they use the banners to do this. They can look back and look at the colours of the banner and rally on the banner. You'll also notice that certain units have the same colour of shield. Again, another way to identify friend and foe. There's no uniforms on this field. However, with our roost Viking friends, it certainly makes it easier. You definitely know who the ones with the big trousers are. absolute. Battles were nasty times. Our archers there, who are obviously standing out of the melee light, are very nasty people. In this field, I've noticed the last few days there's been horses, and quite often what our archer friends would do is dip the arrowhead in the muck and then loose the arrows at their enemies. Oh, we're all pulling back now. We're reforming. Oh, there's some little bits of fighting. Oh, he's getting told to go away. Now, if you'll notice, we've actually managed to separate into 3 groups. And you'll notice that the Scots and Vikings have actually swapped sides.
Oh, we're right behind the trees, he said. But you never can
Malcolm says this is your last chance. Tend to your wounded and be gone. We'll leave it at that if you're happy to pack up and go now. Malcolm puts out the threat, leave now while you still can. He says he doesn't trust his stepson. There's a handshake. Is this going to be it? Is there going to be peace? Oh, the order's gone out for the stepsons that they're leaving. Form up. So we have a friendly ending. The Vikings are going to leave in peace.
The hell they are.
Why didn't they do that start?
Now the only problem is, to get where they're going, they have to go past the Scots army. I'm not very sure that either side trusts either side particularly well. There seems to be a lot of cautious warriors walking across.
I think they're going somewhere. Why are they going home?
He's very upset that the Scots are now supporters of the English, can't understand this at all. Now the Scots seem to be heckling the Vikings a little bit too much. Are they going to stand for this heckling? Others seem fairly determined to walk away in peace. There seems to be orders going out from unit commanders on both sides, which doesn't bode well. By now these guys should be leaving in peace. That the Scots are quite trapped in that corner there. Now here I thought it was all over and the Vikings were going to go home. But we seem to have a standoff again. The demanded parley. That doesn't look like two peaceful armies to me. A lot of chatting going on. Oh, the Scots are cheering. The Vikings are definitely leaving this time. The Viking leader is saying we must leave with our honour. I have given my word. We are leaving. You're coming with me. And the stepsons leave. However, the Viking army are taking their time. sons have walked away. They've said they're leaving with their honour. Well, they're definitely not going anywhere. They are definitely staying to fight. And the Scots are definitely cornered in that back there. They have no route of escape. See, that's what happens when you don't give Vikings hospitality. They refuse to leave anyway. Now you'll notice some of these warriors have now been fighting for a very long time. And not only do we have wounded, we also have some dead. You notice the warrior, Wilfric, instead of having sword and shield there, he's using 2 swords. Oh, he's actually stealing the shield off of one of the Scots gentlemen that he's just killed. The plunders of war.